Could be because of some things I did in high school with mismanaging credit.
With few resources and poor credit, the big banks didn't seem interested in helping her build a solid financial foundation.
I didn't think they were trying to help me.
So Williams went elsewhere to Hope Credit Union, a black-owned financial institution.
I felt like they would give me a better understanding of which path I should be going down.
With the bank's help, Williams fixed her credit. At 26, she qualified for a home mortgage.
And I was able to finance the house. My first home.
Black-owned banks, like Hope, play a critical role in building African-American financial security.
We have to look at the context, the reality of deep racial wealth inequality, racial economic inequality that's been part of this country since its founding. When you have very little wealth of your own, median wealth for blacks being about $3,600, it's that much harder to get a loan because you have to have some type of savings, right?
Diedrich Asante Muhammad is with the National Community Reinvestment Coalition.
Banks have reflected society, and a society that was not looking forward to bring African Americans in as part of their practices, their inclusion. So African Americans didn't feel that banks were something to serve them.
In the last decade alone, 3 major national banks have paid hundreds of millions in settlements for alleged racial discrimination. Through a now illegal practice called redlining, loans were denied in largely black neighborhoods. To counter discriminatory practices, black-owned banks were born.
We really are the catalyst for our communities.
Cynthia Day, president and CEO of Citizens Trust, says black-owned banks like hers help break a cycle of poverty.
We can get you into the system and get you into mainstream banking relationship. So we go from credit builders to wealth builders.
Advocates say joining a black-owned bank can be an important act of unity.
You need to incorporate that in your everyday life, how you spend your everyday dollars, do your everyday investments. That will help create the long-term change that we need so desperately in this country.
Netflix has now announced a $10 million investment in Hope Credit Union, which Hope says it will use to fund more than 2,500 entrepreneurs, home buyers, and consumers of color over the next 2 years. All right, moving on.